Hello, how are you? Can you listen to me? Hey, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Oh my. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, hello.
Yes,
I,
Maggie. Hello. Good
hi.
evening.
You know what? I am very embarrassed because the internet signal is not working pretty well here, and I am losing connectivity every 5 minutes. So let's hope that everything is okay and I don't lose the signal again, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Maggie.
Okay, don't worry.
All right, thank you very much. You know what? Let's start today's class. So let's take advantage of time.
Yes.
All right. So today we are going to work about Unit 59 by the year 2025. Okay. So here we go. Today's quote is about education. That's nice. So Angel, could you help us reading, please?
Of course, education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Malcolm X.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Please tell me, what's your opinion about this quote?
No, I compare it. I think the same because I think the education is the most important to create a big future.
Excellent. Thank you much. What about the others? Any volunteer to tell us what's your opinion about this quote?
Me.
Okay, Jessie, please.
Well, I agree with the quote because education is the only way we can know about the possibilities we have, and only if we are educated, we can choose the correct for our future.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. Anybody to help us reading the other quote? Now we have two.
Me.
Okay. Yes, Laura, please.
The best way to predict your future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln.
Thank you very much. And what's your opinion, Laura? What do you think about this quote?
I am agree with this because many persons believe that the future is something mysterious or indefinitely. But I think that the future is the things and the action that you do today, and you hope to cultivate for tomorrow. The future is tomorrow, not is in 10 years or in 5 years. The future is tomorrow, in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes. Then your actions in this moment can help to your future.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. And any other volunteer to say your opinion? Yes, please, Annie.
Well, I agree with the second quote because I really think that
sometimes we dream like, oh, in the future I want to have this and that and everything. But most of the time we don't do anything to get it. And I think action is the, how can I say, the motor to make everything work in the future. Like my classmate said, we have to do things today to see the results tomorrow, and not thinking that it's going to be in a long, long time or someday it's going to happen, because no, everything you do today is going to show results just 5 minutes later. And so that's what I think.
Excellent. Thank you very much. One more person, anybody else? Anybody? No? All right. Well, thank you very much. Let's continue. Let's go with the next image. So here we have what are the topics for today. So Maria del Carmen, could you help us reading, please?
Yes. Class 14 topics, grammar and writing. El futuro perfecto, expresiones de futuro, by the time, etc. Listening and speaking, describir planes del futuro y preferencias personales argumentadas. Describe plans for the future, favorite room at home, countries you would like to visit, favorite musician.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go to the...
You're welcome.
Great. Okay, so here we have an icebreaker. So Cindy, yes, Cindy, could you help us reading, please?
Yes. Innovation. Dr. Michel Hacker reveals his most mind-blowing predictions for the future. Immortality. Conventions with instant contact lenses that you can show your strange histories. It might sound like a Black Mirror synopsis, but according to Dr. Michio Kaku, one of the world's leading theoretical physicists, it all the parts in an impending reality that could be drastically different to the world as we know it.
Thank you very much. Okay, what can we understand about this idea for the future? Any volunteer?
Hello.
Yes, hello, please talk to us about your opinion.
I think Dr. Michio Kaku goes too far. Immortality, I don't believe it would be in the next future. Conversations with Einstein, I think we got it right now, reading his books.
Okay, and so what about life in many years more? So do you think that by the year 2025, do you consider that we will be living more than the other generations? So here it is what I mean. According to Dr. Kaku, internet contact lenses will become a reality over the next few decades. You will be able to recognize faces, meaning you'll always know who you're talking to. Spending copious amounts of time studying a new language, contact lenses will make such a skill obsolete. If they're speaking with Greek or Chinese, no problem. Your contact lens will translate it in any language you want. So, do you consider that all of these inventions will be done by the year 2055?
Maybe because we had an ancestor of these lenses, Google Glasses, I think they were called. And Google Glasses did almost the same things that we can read here.
Okay, so do you consider that it is?
What, Maggie? I can hear you.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. So do you consider that this is true? These inventions will be done by the year 2025?
It could be.
Maybe it could be, but as we saw in the past, maybe this invention is not too reliable, maybe. But 5 years, I think it's a short time of time. Maybe 10 years. Maybe in 10 years.
Hey, that's it. All right. So guess what? We are going to do a very nice exercise, and we are going to make some predictions. Okay, so here we have some other questions. Would you like to be recognized anywhere you go? So the fact that you wouldn't have to be here learning another language. You would understood no matter what language you speak. Hey, that's nice. And I have another question. Well, this is about the invention of Dr. Kaku, but what about some other things? Will people be doing to visit places? What will people be doing to, I don't know, even, do you consider that life in the future will be the same? I think that there will be many different discoveries that will make a change in a very drastic way. I think, in my opinion, by the year 2025, people will be transporting by teletransportation. Teletransportation. Well, this is my point of view. I don't know. What's your opinion? Do you consider that something like this could happen, or something even more wonderful? Why don't you write your predictions in the chat, please? Okay, pretty good. Maybe not in 2005, but perhaps in a couple more years, actually months. Months ago, scientists made a kind of chip for managing the computer with the eyes. Hey, yes, you're right. Astrid, good evening. It's okay. Don't worry. A blackout for over an hour. Oh my. You know what? Electricity is working very badly. Let's hope that everything is okay and we can finish the class in peace. I think the future I think in the future, people will be watching different television channels at the same time. Oh my, yes. I think it would be very different. Humans are increasingly practical. Increasing practical or practice. Technology is more advanced every day. Yes, that's it, Jesse. I believe that by the year 2005, we will be having a lot of environmental and healthy problems. Yes, you're right. Angel, in my opinion, by the year 2025, people will be moving by flying cars. Hey, great. Cindy, people will be living around the drastic measures consecutively to global warming. Aha, you're right. Monica, I suppose people will be making fast cars. Aha, that's great. Thomas, change is evident as the years go by. Meanwhile, in a few years, will be more accurate and better. Yesenia, I think by the year 2025, people will be traveling to the moon. Wow, yes, I think so. Maria del Carmen, maybe in some years we will be traveling maybe to the speed of the sound. My goodness, yes. Manuel, I think that by the year 2050, people will be more because there will be a cure for many diseases. Aha, yes, you're right, I agree with you. Laura, by the year 2025, people will be eating more pills or supplements instead of natural foods. Aha, Angelina, I think in the future, people will be transporting by air and a high speed. Edgar, in my opinion, by the year 2025, we won't need human organs to transplant because all organs to transplant will be synthetic. Hey, great. Fernanda, by the year 2025, people will be changing the way of taking classes. Hey, great. Yes, that's it. Even it is happening now. Dante, by the year 2025, people will be loving differences of race, color, religion, and traditions. Wow. I hope in the future, electric power will be obsolete. There will be a better option with no failure. Excellent. Monica, if you ask me, we won't be using plastic. Aha, I think so. I think people will be taking class without teachers in person. Yes, as we do now. I think in the future we will communicate telepathically. Aha, Angel, in the year 2025, I hope cancer will be cured and also for other mortal diseases. Great. In some years, people will be suffering for healthy food. Danny, in the future, virtual reality games will be more realistic and more common. Hey, very good. Elizabeth, I think that in 2025, people won't be transported by transportation. Maybe we will be able to travel faster by air only in a few minutes. Wow, Marisol. By 2025, technology will be so advanced that it will be possible for preschool children to use a tablet in class. Hey, yes. Okay, Lupita, by 2025, people will be more responsible and will take care of the environment. Hey, those were very interesting predictions. Thank you. Jesse wrote, I guess in some years we will be able to teletransport, but today you can visit some places. For example, you can be in some museums during them as if you were there. I read about it in an article. Great. Abby, in my opinion, in 2025, all technology will dominate people. Aha, good. Fernanda, perhaps the pollution by the year 2025. Okay, by the pollution. Most people will be at home more time, especially children. Great. Maria Carolina, in the future, things will be more advanced and more practical for all the people. Excellent. Laura, the weather will be considered a fortune more than now. Oh, yes, you're right. Sadly, you're right. Okay, pretty good. Let's go to another image. Okay, any volunteer to help us reading? Yes, please.
Me, Fernanda.
Fernanda. Fernanda, hello. Yes.
Icebreaker reads individual countries with seeds plants are slowly evolving towards being a planet that split into 195. We like to run things by end. That's what physicists do. Dr. Kaku said, so a type 1 civilization is planetary. They control the weather. They control the atmosphere and the atmospheric geological phenomenon on their planet. A type 2 civilization is stellar. They control the output of an infrared star. Like in Star Trek, the Federation of Planets is a type 2 civilization. Type 3 is galactic. These creatures roam the galactic space lanes like in Star Wars.
Thank you very much. Okay, and so what's your opinion?
I don't know, it sounds no thick, fantasy, like a movie.
Okay, why?
It is Dr. Raku is trying to explain how he see the space, the universe, and I don't believe in that, but I don't believe or I am not according with him.
You could say, I don't agree.
I don't agree with him. I think that he's so fantasious.
Excellent. All right, thank you very much. Please tell me what's your, who's your victim?
Laura Elena.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I don't know what is my opinion about this, because in one part I am agree with it's possible that exist another civilizations in another planets. I think that the humans aren't only or the unique in the universe, but I don't know exactly if these ideas are fine. I don't know. This is like a book, a science fiction book, like a novel. Maybe is a good imagination. I don't know exactly. I need more information about the topic to give a good opinion about this.
All right. Thank you very much. Please tell us who's your victim.
Okay. My victim is Abigail.
Thank you. Abby, hello. Abby, are you there? Maybe Abigail is having problems with her microphone. What do you think about Astrid?
Okay, or Angelina.
Or Angelina, okay.
Hello. I agree with her opinion. I don't agree with the Dr. Kaku because it's the same. I think that is the light of the other planet, but it's not the specific how he write in this in this. I don't, and excuse me, I don't say this. Okay, I don't agree with Dr. Kaku because I think that it's how the novels that write this. Do you understand me? I don't
Yes,
say.
I do. Yes, I do. It's something like fiction.
Yes, I think that it's a fiction, that it is not possible that this classification.
All right, thank you very much.
Excuse me.
Okay, Angeles, who's your victim?
Joel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joel, hello. Yoo-hoo.
Yes, here. I was getting trouble with my microphone because it was in silence. I wanted to turn on. I got trouble, but I consider that according to the Dr. Kaku, it could. I was reading slowly, and I think that it could be possible. She mentions three kinds of humans or civilization. Sorry, she talks about three kinds of civilization, and she says that mainly the civilization of the person in one day they will have the control the whole universe. So that's why they explain. He explains that exist three kinds of three ways to civilization. One of them is one that we know as Star Wars. Is kind of heroes or something like that. The second one is that it's like the second one is one that talks about the like if that were a war, a big war, but universe. And the first one is a psychologist war, and that psychologist war is something that is doing the United States with the whole the world, and that's why I consider that the Dr. Kaku, it could that the Dr. Kaku said it could be possible. It could be, if you read the first time, it could be he is a crazy, but if you read slowly, he could be right. Well, I consider.
All right, thank you very much, Joel. Okay, so who's your victim?
Jesse Romero.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hello, Jessie. What's your opinion?
Well, I think that all that we just read will can be possible. Why? Because we actually don't know what is outside in the space, and maybe it's can possible that the other creatures are like the Star Wars. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Guess what? We are going to go to another activity. If you haven't participated, don't worry. We will continue with another so that we can have more time for working about the other images. So, any volunteer for reading this part?
Me.
Okay. It's okay.
Who?
What about Angeles?
Okay, thank you. Individual countries will cease to exist. So where is in humanity on this grand scale right now? For type 0, we don't even rate on the scale, he said, but I don't think we're about 100 years away from type 1. For example, look at the internet. The internet is the beginning of a planetary telephone system. It's the first major type 1 technology to fall into our century. And take a look at the language. What language will this type 1 planetary civilization speak? We know English and Mandarin Chinese are the two most dominant languages on the internet. We're talking about a planetary culture being created right before our eyes, and I think in another 100 years, we will become a planetary civilization.
My goodness. What do you think about this?
Okay. I think if I read this, I agreeing with Joel because it is possible. I look at this that the internet beginning with the telephone system, and in this century is very, very important, and it's changed and transformed day by day. Excuse me, day by day. And also maybe to culture create in different in other 100 years.
Uh-huh.
And change also the language.
Yes, that's it. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Angeles, who's your victim?
My victim is Jessica.
Thank you.
Is not participate now? No.
Me?
Jessica? No, Jessica.
Jessica.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's a difficult topic because we don't know what is going to happen in the future, and we can't say that something is impossible. So it is really difficult. But I agree with Joel and Angelina because it may sound strange, but for example, it is said that there is a machine that can manipulate the weathers, and then and that it can provoke earthquakes. And I don't know, some of the work from science fiction reading sometimes has become real. So I think it is possible to accomplish these kind of predictions, but I don't know.
You know what? I agree with you. It seemed so difficult to believe, so hard to believe, but yes, maybe by the year 2025, we will have controlled the weather and many other things like this that they say. Who knows? All right, let's go to the next image, please. Okay, so here we have pros and cons does a planetary civilization have? What pros and cons could it have? And would you like to live in such a planet? Do you think we value diversity now? Cultural, political, religious, sexual, ideological, racial? What's your opinion? So, Dante, what do you think about this?
I think, as we read at the beginning of class, as Abraham Lincoln says, we have to create it. It must be a goal for the whole world, and we have to start with education with our children to get to this dream come true. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, you're right. Please tell me, Dante, who's your victim? Hey, Dante, who's your victim?
Yesenia.
All right, thank you.
Well, I was thinking in the pros and cons. In a planetary civilization, maybe could be pros like advances in science, but in cons, I think probably wars could be one of the cons. War between the kind of the type 1 from to the type 2 or between the type 3 maybe.
Okay, yes, you're right. You know, there can be many different things. There are possibilities. All right, so please, Jessie, tell us, who's your victim?
Lupita.
Thank you. Lupita, hello. Maybe Lupita is having some problems with her microphone also. Why not Manuel, Maria Carolina, Monica? Yeah, all right, thank you very much.
Me?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. I think, well, I have read about that kind of civilization, the 1, 2, 3, 4. And for me, it's just too unreal. I mean, I don't believe that. It seems like have energy from the sun, or have many planets taking energy. I think it's more like in a future the humanity will be taking care of environmental trouble, energy or whatsoever.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you know what? I think that this topic is being really interesting. Once a student told me, Maggie, you know what? I would really like to participate, but I don't have a lot of information about this topic. But remember that what we are talking about is not only the topic, it's communication. More than that, it's the way you use English for expressing your ideas. Hey, Jesse Romero wrote, with the advance of technology, everything is possible these days. A few years ago, we thought that making video calls was something impossible or distant. And now we can make video calls with people from other continents. Yes, you're right. Okay, look at this. Arisbeth wrote, I think that everything is possible. For example, Julio Verne could imagine many things. Maybe in that moment, people think that he was crazy. Yes, in that moment, people thought that he was crazy. All right. Lupita, don't worry. You know what? I think that many of us are having problems with the internet or the electricity. Let's hope that everything will be all right. But yes, we are having problems. Don't worry, Lupita. Okay, kids, let's go to the next one. A digitized time machine. Anybody who help us reading?
Me, Jess Gonzalez.
Okay, Jessie.
A digitized time machine. When you think of time travel, you might imagine walking into a huge clunky machine and being physically transported as whole into another time and place. Time travel will become a reality, but instead of your whole physical body, it's it it will be a digital version of yourself. One day we will digitize the human body, our memories, our brain cells. Dr. Kaku said, with all that information, we will create a carbon copy of ourselves. You will go to the library and instead of reading a book about Winston Churchill, you will talk to Winston Churchill in his digitized form. We can take this information, put it on a laser beam, and shoot it to the moon. In 1 second, you are on the moon. In 20 minutes, you are on Mars. In 6 hours, you're on Pluto.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay.
You're welcome.
Anybody who would like to participate now, volunteers. You know what? Here we have to Maria del Carmen, Carolina.
Yes, Carmen.
Gina hasn't also participated. Okay, Carmen, please.
I think this is like a dream. If we think about doctors in this time can cure or can control the cancer, how can you imagine that a cell or a neuron is going to be controlled and he will live if you pass by the time, by the atmosphere, by the sound? I think it's very difficult. Maybe with other type of life, but with a cell, like we know, for knowing the genetic code pass a lot of years and a lot of investigation, reading, doctors. I think this is very difficult. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is very difficult.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there are many different opinions, pros, cons. Well, everything could happen. All right, thank you very much. So, Tim. Hello, your victim.
Yes, sorry, my victim, sorry. Anaí.
Right, thank you very much.
I think it's not possible.
Okay, why?
Because there are things that I don't can be controlled with more advanced technology.
Yes, you're right. So I think that as I said before, there are many different possibilities and many of other points of view also. Thank you very much. Please, now let's go to the next page. Okay, here we have some more questions. Would you like to live in that world? Where would you like to go if you had the chance? Any place? Please, it's so interesting. Let's use this question. Where would you like to go if you had the chance? That place, what era, etc. Let's try to use the auxiliary words, please. Okay? Let's do it by the chat.
Okay.
Jessie, very good what you wrote about Robotina. Brenda, I mean. And Jessie.
To visit.
You know what, Jessie? I think that sarcasm was one of those opinions that people may have when there are some changes. But yes, you're right. Nowadays, they are reality.
Yes, because they think that can be possible to do it. And now we are doing it, making videos, recording for the eternity, and actually that's a reality now.
Yes, you're right. That's it. Joel wrote, which Dr. Kaku said remind me a movie called The Pillow Book. Hey, Joel, you should talk about this. About that book, it sounds like nice, like interesting.
Yes, it's a movie. It was a movie that the main story. It was written in the female body, and the main character has to find or had to find the main ideas into her body. Yes.
Oh my.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, so nice. We will take it into consideration. Thank you. Okay, so Maria del Carmen, I would like to visit Mars and look for water in the planet. Maybe I will plant seeds. Oh, well, not only water, but also the appropriate soil to grow it up. Okay, Angelina, I would like to go to the past. Roman Coliseum. Oh my, that sounds nice. Jessie, if I had the chance, I would like to go to the moon and watch the Earth since there. Wow, very nice spectacle. Edgar, if I had a chance, I would like to go to Renaissance. Very interesting era, full of art. Wow, beautiful. And so, Arisbeth, if I could be, I would like to go back to the past and see again people that now isn't with us. Wow, excellent. That's pretty good. Okay, so Joel, if I had a chance to travel into the time, I could choose a medieval time or Vikings time. I really like it. Wow, so interesting. That sounds so nice. Okay, Laura, if I had the opportunity, I would like to go to the past at the Mayan and Aztec time. Wonderful, definitely wonderful. Jessie Romero, I would like to walk the streets of Venice without leaving my room and witness a battle in the Roman Colosseum. Hey, that's great. Wonderful. Brenda, if I had the chance, I would like to go to Israel and know Abraham, Moses, Jesus, etc. Oh my. Tanya, if I had a chance to travel in time, I would like to go to the Revolution era because I think is the age where most of the historic moments of our nations happened. Aha, hey, that's nice. Maria Carolina, I would like to travel in the future and travel to another dimension. Wow. Okay. Moni, to be honest, I would like to go to the Romeo and Juliet time. Wow, so romantic. Jessie, if I had a chance, I would like to visit the Library of Alexandria for discovering what happened in the real life. Hey, it would be so interesting. Fernanda, I would like traveling to the past in the same place just to see how it was 1,000 ago. Wow. Jessie, if I had the chance, I would like to go to the age of the dinosaurs. Oh my, that's so intense. Pretty good, thank you. All right. You know what? This is very nice. That's very interesting. But I would like to skip it because we need to see something about grammar. It's nice. Okay. Oh, no. It's okay. Let's go to the previous image. Here we have what have we just seen? Imagine that the world will be like in the year 2025. Please, let's pay attention to the grammar structures, not only the ideas, but also the grammar structure. We are going to use future perfect to talk about events that will happen by certain point in the time. For example, what will have happened by them? The population of the world will have increased. Major cities will have become much bigger. I hope that a lot of things will have improved. I hope we'll have found the answer to all traffic problems. I hope that doctors will have discovered more cures to serious illnesses. I hope that people will have learned how to live in peace. Hey, that's nice. You know what? This is the grammar focus in this lesson, this construction. Will have happened, will have increased, will have become. So please, let's do some examples using this structure, this present perfect. Okay, so Jessie Romero, if I had the opportunity to travel in time, I would like to know what really happened to Atlantis. Excellent. You know what? I am going to write an example. In the future, people will have learned to live in peace. Well, that's my prediction. What do you think about it? What are your predictions? Jessie, pretty good. You know what? I think that we can do many predictions about people, but this was personal, so I like it very much. Jessie wrote, by the year 2025, I will have learned at least 2 more languages. Beautiful. Edgar, in the future, I hope we will not have had troubles with water. Wow, very good example, Edgar. Pretty good. Tanya, in a few years, population will have been bigger. Hey, that's pretty good. Well, the next year I will have stopped to work. Wow, pretty good. And so, Angel, I hope people will have seen living in peace. Very good. Manuel, I hope that the scientists will have discovered more animal species. Excellent. Moni, I feel that in the future, we will not have problems with the population. I feel that in the future, we will have taken care of our planet. Hey, that's great. Jessie, in the future, I hope I won't have had more traffic problems. Jessie, in the future, people will have become really inclusive. Great. Cindy, in the future, I hope the people will have been aware about the importance to take care of the natural resources. Astrid, in the future, most people will work from their homes. Great. In the future, people will have had less tolerance. It is very sad. Yes, Angeles. Maria Carolina, in a few years, I will be living in another country. Hey, great. Laura, in the future, the kids will have learned without teachers. That's terrifying, but very possible. Jessie, in the future, we will have traveled to Asia. In the future, I hope we will have found a replacement for petrol. Let's hope so. Danny, I hope that in a few years, we will have cured cancer at all. Great, Danny. Jessie, by the end of 2025, I hope the pollution won't have a big problem in the countries. Great, Thomas. In the future, people will have been able to travel into space faster and will have no problems with the law of the physical. Hey, wonderful. Marisol, in the future, I hope the planet won't be longer polluted like now. Angel, I hope in the future the kids will have played outdoor without any danger. Good. Jessie, but in the future we will know more about past cultures. And Lupita, I hope that by 2025 you will have already found a steady job. Okay, Abby, an apology, but I have problems with my computers. In the future, I don't think it's the only planet where human beings exist. Hey, that's nice. Those are very good examples. Okay, Edgar, in 2025, I hope Mexico will have had a nice and honest government. Great. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, grammar, the future perfect. Okay, we have been using it. But here the explanation shows. What will you be when you grow up? Don't you mean what will you have become? Okay, never mind. Either I don't know. Yes, this is the correct. What will you have become? Remember that the structure is will, have, and the verb in past participle. Let's go please to the next. Our future perfect. You will have finished this English course by next Friday. The group will have presented the speaking test by this time next Thursday. We use the future perfect to say that something will be finished, completed by a particular time in the future. You know what? I really love these examples. You will have finished this English course by next Friday. We don't need to think about 10 years more. Just we can do it for one day more, some hours later. Okay. So any question?
No.
No.
All right, excellent. Pretty good. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next. Aha, that's it. The future perfect talks about the past in the future. Oh my. Okay, the structure of the future perfect tense is a subject plus auxiliary verb, will, auxiliary verb, have, two auxiliaries, and the main verb, as we said before. This auxiliary verb will is unvariable. It's unexcusable. Auxiliary verb have is also unvariable. And the main verb should be in past participle. Okay, so look at these examples of the future perfect tense. So please, Gina, could you help us reading?
Yes. Grammar future perfect. Look at this example sentence in the future perfect tense. Subject, I will have finished by 10 a.m. You will have forgotten me by then. She will not have gone to school. We will not have left. Will you have arrived? Will they have received it?
Excellent. Thank you very much. Yes, as far as we can see, we talk about these events in the future perfect. We are referring to things that we assume that will have been happening or will have happened by any point in the future. But we have reference to any other activity in the past. For example, by the time you call me, I will have been, I will have finished my class. Okay, let's go to the next image. Okay, anybody? Why don't you, Marisol, help us reading? Marisol, hello. Or Tomás, why don't you help us, Tomás? Tomás, don't go. Don't leave me alone.
Can I read?
Yes, please.
Activity 3, grammar. Future perfect. The future perfect tense is for talking about an action that will be completed between now and some point in the future. Imagine that your friend Linda asks you to take care of her cat for a few days while she goes on a trip. She wants you to come over today at noon so she can show you where to find the cat food and how to mash it up just right so that Fluffy will eat it. But you're busy this afternoon, so you ask Linda if you can come at 8 o'clock tonight instead. No, that won't work. At 8 o'clock I will have left already, she says. What does the future perfect tell us here? It tells us that Linda is going to leave for her trip sometime after right now, but before a certain point in the future, 8 o'clock tonight. She probably shouldn't have waited until the last minute to find a cat sitter.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Yes, this is the explanation for this tense. Do you have any question about it?
No.
No? Hey,
No,
that's
it's
great.
okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's continue. Okay, so why don't anybody else help us reading? Angel, what about you?
Okay. Activity 3, grammar future perfect. When to use the future perfect tense. Sometimes you can use the future perfect tense and the simple future tense interchangeable. In these two sentences, there is no real difference in meaning because the word before makes the sequence of events clear. Linda will leave before you get there. Linda will have left before you get there. But without the prepositions such as before or by the time, that makes the sequence of events clear. You need to use the future perfect to show what happened first. At 8 o'clock, Linda will leave. This means that Linda will wait until 8 o'clock to leave.
Excellent.
At 8 o'clock, Linda will have left. This means Linda will leave before 8 o'clock.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, so we can use either the simple future or the future perfect. Sometimes, of course, we can opt for the easiest ways, but remember that level is also shown by how much grammar you can manage, how much vocabulary you can use when you speak. So it's very recommendable to use future perfect. Okay, so questions? More questions?
No. No.
No?
So when we say only one, when we say we have left, we're using a past participle, right?
Aha, yes, that's it.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Astrid.
Thank
Okay, no thanks to you. So, any volunteer to read now?
Me.
All right, please, Edgar.
Yes. Activity 3. Grammar future perfect. When not to use the future perfect tense. The future perfect tense is only for actions that will be completed before a specified point in the future. In other words, the action you are talking about must have a deadline. If you don't mention a deadline, use the simple future tense instead of the future perfect tense. Linda will leave. Linda will have left. The deadline can be very specific, 8 o'clock, or it can be vague, next week. It can even depend on when something else happens. After the period ends, it just has to be sometime in the future.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, so what can be the deadline? Well, the time that we are talking about, for example, for tomorrow evening at this time, I will have finished my course. That's the deadline. All right, so any question, any commentary?
Maggie, I can listen to.
No, I was just waiting for you to tell me if you have more questions. Well, any question about the topic? No?
No, it's okay.
Great. Okay, let's go to the next image. Okay, so any volunteer for reading?
Me.
Okay, Tanya, please.
We often use the future perfect with the preposition by or in. I think astronauts will have landed on Mars by the year 2020. I'll have finished in an hour and then you can use the computer. By means not later than a particular time, and in means within a period of time. We don't know exactly when something will finish. I promise I'll have done all the work by the next Saturday. We don't know exactly when he will finish the work. Maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, but definitely before Saturday.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Do me a favor. Let's do some examples in the chat on how to use this in and by. All right? So that we can check if there's no more doubts. Okay, Jessie, I don't need a time. I will have finished by the time you arrive. Wow, very good, Jessie. Good example. Thank you. Jessie, could you help me reading your example? Let's do something. You are going to write in the chat and read your examples. Why do I need you to write and later on speak? Okay, because the chat is also a tool for having the registration of your participation. And in the video, of course, we can check it up. But it is more difficult to be checking the whole video for looking for a participation. All right. Yes, please, Jessie.
Okay, Maggie. I don't need that time. I will have finished by the time you arrive.
Thank you. Jessie Gonzalez. Jessie, yoo-hoo.
I will have finished my course in a week more.
Thank you very much. Tomas, hello.
I don't think we'll have any problems by the test day.
Thank you very much. Fair. Fernanda, hello. Okay, maybe Angel.
Okay, I will have to deliver the resume the next Monday.
All right, thank you. And could you read the example that you wrote in the chat?
Okay.
Okay, Dante.
She will have visited you by next September.
Thank you very much, Laura.
We will have come back to the job in 3 days.
Thank you, Tanya. Tanya, hello.
Sorry, I think I will have finished my homework in 1 hour.
You, Edgar?
I will have gone to sleep in 4 hours.
Great, thank you. Jessie Romero.
Wait a minute. I don't need to buy another coat.
Winter will be over by the time it arrives.
Wow, great. Thank you. Arisbeth?
Yes, we will have finished our class in 10 minutes.
Excellent. Pretty good, Joel.
I will have finished my training by the next month.
Excellent. María del Carmen. María del Carmen, hello. Okay, maybe Abigail? Or maybe Angeles?
I will have had dinner in 30 minutes.
Excellent. Manuel?
I will have read the book by the next week.
Thank you very much. Okay, Astrid?
Classes will have started in 4 weeks. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Astrid. Thank you very much. Monica?
I will have finished my career by the year 2023, and I'll have taken a shower in an hour.
Great, thank you. Jessie Amador.
She will have spent 2,000 pesos on internet by the holiday.
Excellent, thank you very much. Angel.
Sorry, who?
Angel, please.
Okay. I will have to pick up to my family in 3 hours.
All right, thank you. Brenda?
I will head back to the school in the next Monday.
Thank you. I will have been back to school. Excellent, very good. María del Carmen?
Thank you.
It's okay. She can't find her microphone. María del Carmen, can you speak now? Okay, Anaí?
I will have washed the clothes in 2 hours.
Thank you. Astrid?
Her date will be due in 2 months.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Edgar?
Okay. I think my cell phone battery will have died by the 11 p.m.
Oh my, thank you. Okay, Cindy?
She will have gone back to her parents' home in 2 days.
All right, excellent. Okay, Abby. Oh my, maybe, you know what, Abby? Why don't you send a message to Joel? Because to be honest, I don't know how to do it. I have never worked from my cell phone.
Carmen, I found my microphone. I will have found my phone at the end of the class.
All right. Excellent. María del Carmen, pretty good. Excellent. Okay. Thank you. All right. So look at this. Anybody who would like to help us reading?
Hi.
Okay. Arisbeth?
Okay. Activity 3, grammar, future perfect. Other prepositions that often go with the future perfect.
By this time next week, Linda will have left for her trip. 3 days from now, we will have finished our project. At midnight, the party will have ended. Will you have eaten already? Chester will not have arrived by the time the parade is over. When I travel to France, I will have been to 10 countries. My sister will have cleaned the bathroom before the party. As soon as someone buys this chair, I will have sold all the furniture I wanted to get rid of.
Thank you very much. Okay, so here we have some prepositions that we can use. Why don't you write some examples in the chat using some of these prepositions? By the time, from now, as, already, when, before, as soon as. Excellent, pretty good. Jesse Gallegos, could you help us reading your example?
Yes, Maggie. By this time next week, I will have passed my English exam.
Wonderful, thank you. Edgar?
Will you have fallen asleep already?
That's great. All right, thank you. So, Anaí.
By this time tomorrow, I will have taken my English class.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Abby. Abby is working with her microphones. The cell phone sometimes is a little difficult to manage with these platforms. Okay, Monica.
As soon as I finish my class, I will have eaten my coffee and cookies.
Wow, great. Thank you, Moni. Okay, María del Carmen. María del Carmen, hello.
As soon as I finish my class, As soon as I finish the course, I will have slept easily.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Dante.
I will change my internet connection as soon as I can.
Thank you very much. Okay, Fernanda. Or if Fernanda can't use her microphone, then Joel.
Well, now I have a question. I was writing, Maggie, the statement number 4. We have the preposition already. I'm not sure it has to be at the end to the question, or it has to be after to the auxiliary have. I mean, will you have already eaten, or will you have eaten already? Which one is correct?
Well, whenever we are talking about the affirmative, we use already after the verbs. So I will have already eaten.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Here maybe the confusion is because of yet. When we are talking about an interrogative and a negative structure in perfect tenses, it is preferable to use yet. Will you have eaten yet? I haven't eaten yet, and it is used at the end. But yes, it is also possible to use already in this form.
Okay, perfect. Yes, thank you, Maggie. Thank you.
No, thanks to you. Okay, Jesse Gonzalez.
Yes. I will have read my favorite novel before I sleep.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Cindy.
When I travel to Asia, I would have to visit many famous places.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so Angeles.
As soon as I have money, I will have travel to Paris.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Laura.
At midday, the game will have started.
Excellent. Jessie.
Sorry. By this time, 3 months, I will have traveled to Panama.
Okay, very good. I think that it could be by this time.
I have a doubt about that.
Yeah, by this time in 3 months.
3 months, I will have traveled. Okay, thank you, Maggie.
And don't forget that the verb must be in the past participle. I will have traveled.
Traveled, okay.
All right, thank you. Jessie Amador.
As soon as the English class finish, I will have finished my banana slice of cake.
A slice of cake and my yogurt. Hey, that's great. Thank you. Brenda?
Me?
Yes.
Tomorrow I will have paid all my bills before the bank is closed.
Thank you very much. You know what? Those were very wonderful examples. So I don't know. Do you have any other question?
No.
No.
Okay, let's listen to Carolina.
Thank you.
Thanks to you. Carol, hello. Maybe Carol is having some problems with her microphone, but she wrote, but this time I will have learned to drive with a speed car. Whoa, that's great. All right, you know what? I thank you so much for your participation, for your attention, for your attendance, and meet you next class.
Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, by the way, please give me a moment. I forgot to ask you.